Hola muchachos, ¿qué tal? Buenos días. Aquí tienen el horario para hoy, miércoles el 14 de agosto. Our learning target for today is to practice listening comprehension and oral production of the sounds of the Spanish alphabet, just as we had begun last class. Our warm-up is the first side of a handout that you guys are going to be getting today. Handout looks like this, and the front side, which says Practica 2, el alfabeto, you guys are going to fill in the blanks with the answers to each of the following 20 questions. Number 1, the letter combination CH. CH makes the ch sound like the word cheese. Correct answer for number 1, CH. CH. Number 2, the written name for the letter X in Spanish is X. X. E-Q-U-I-S. X. For number 2. Number 3, the vowel blank always makes the oo sound, like the English word room. Oo. The letter U, pronounced oo. U always makes the oo sound in Spanish. So go through those, 1 through 20. I think the only other ones you may have a difficult time with are 9, which we didn't cover, 6 and 9. The letter H is silent in Spanish. H is silent. And then number 9, the letters K and W. K and W. K and W are borrowed letters, not native to the Spanish language. So that's the front of your handout that you guys are going to do first with an elbow partner for today's warm-up. We'll then do some core repetition of el alfabeto en español, just as we did last class, going through the sounds of each letter, adding the 3 letters at the very end, which are che, eye, the double L, eye, and r, the double R. CH, double L, double R, for a grand total of 30 letters all in all. After we go through the alphabet and, of course, sing, as we did last class, el alfabeto en español, we will complete the other side of the handout, which consists of, which consists of 5 rows of the Spanish alphabet, and for each row I will say 5 letters. Circle the letter that you hear, and again, only 5 for each horizontal row. Next, part 2, there are 5 questions. For each question, you have 4 answers, 4 options, A, B, C, or D, A, B, C, or D. I am going to spell one of these words. These are the names of animals in Spanish. I will spell one of them to you, and based on the word that I spell, that you hear, you're going to choose which word matches that spelling. So for example, number 1, W-O-M-B-A-T would be letter D, right? Wombat. And then finally, part 3, you guys did already last class. You're going to use the sounds of the Spanish alphabet. Not so much the letters, but the sounds of the Spanish alphabet. How do you spell your name using the sounds of the Spanish alphabet? ¿Cómo se escribe tu nombre en español? Alright, so not the letters, the sounds that you have in your notes that are in parentheses next to each letter. That's what you guys are going to use, just like how you did last class, for how to spell your name in Spanish. That, muchachos, is the second part of the handout given to you in class, El Alfabeto Listening Activity. You guys are going to submit that in Canvas here, and that is your only assignment that's due by next class. Next class you have a spelling test, which is very similar to this test here, although it won't be multiple choice. Actually, it will be multiple choice. And then you just choose the answer that best fits each question, just like how you did for part 2 here for the back. So study, and I think the things that you can do to study would be to, first of all, study your notes, study the alphabet in Spanish, run back the song at home several times until you have it memorized. You have some guided pronunciation here, resources for you to use if you have questions about particular letters. Bunch of songs here, couple practice online games, bunch of things that you guys can utilize or support if you feel like you need to. And those extra games are found here as well. Hangman in Spanish, and then the recognition of each of the letters in Spanish here too. A couple games that you can play. So that's what I would do if I were you in preparation for Friday, or for next class rather, and then of course submit the in-class activity that we did today. Those are the only things to do in preparation for next class.